Miss Marie here. Welcome to Boredom Busters. Today we're going to be making sea turtles out of paper plates. So you might want to grab all your stuff and meet me back here in 2. Okay, now that we have our supplies, boys and girls, what you're going to want to do is get out your construction paper, your brown, your green, different shades of green would be nice. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw circles. Trying to make this as easy as possible. So what you're going to do is take something round like that. You're going to put it on your paper and you're going to trace circles out. And when you're done with that, you're going to take your circle, and you want to have at least, depending on the size of your plate, I'm going to be using the smaller plate today, this one, so I'm not going to need as many circles. But if you're using a bigger plate, I probably used about 20 to 30 circles on here. So depending on how many you need, it may take you a while to cut the circles or trace it and cut it out. So if you need time to stop the video and then come back, that's fine. So once you have your circles ready, okay, you're going to take your brown one and you're going to cut it in half. Okay, you want to keep a brown one, a full one for the head, turtle's head, and then you want to cut in half 2 of them. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have the round circle one for the head. Okay, and that's basically what we're going to do with the other colors. You're going to cut the circles out. Okay, I have 3 shades of green. Okay, and after you've cut out circles, you're going to cut some of them in half and create little half moons out of them. See, I took all my circles, and you want to have a certain amount. For this kind of plate, which is the smaller cake plate, you probably will only need the half circles and 1 circle for the top. Okay, so I want you to take care of that right now. Trace your circles and then cut them out, and we'll be back. Okay, boys and girls, at this time you want to take your brown construction paper. You have the circles already cut out, and you have the arms and legs for the turtle. So what you want to do is you're going to place them on your plate. I put the circle on top for the head, and I put the arms here and the legs there. So your inside of your plate will look like this, and then when you turn it around, it'll look something like that, this little baby one. Okay, so you want to be able to do that, and then when you're done with this, we're going to move on to the top, which is the shell. Okay, so on the top, you're basically going to do the same thing. You're going to put 1 of each circle here, and you're going to start it on the top. Okay, and we are going to put this together, but I want to give you time to glue the head and feet and arms and be able to start this. So we'll be back in 2. Okay, boys and girls, when you're done gluing the parts of your turtle together, you're going to take the other dish and you're going to glue it to the bottom, and turn this around so you can see what it looks like. And then after you glue it to the bottom, you're going to take your marker and you're gonna color over it. I know I also said in the instructions that you can use paint. I did want to use paint today, but I couldn't find the colors that I needed, so I'm just sticking to my markers. So you can do either or. So once you glue the bottom part together, you can see your turtle pieces are right in the middle of everything, so that you're not going to, it's not going to fall off. Okay, so once you finish doing this, we're going to go on to the top and layering the pieces, and I'll see that. All right, everybody, now we're getting to the fun part. You have the bottom all colored in, and you're going to flip it over, and this is how I started. You're going to put 4 circles depending on the size of your plate. You may need 4, you may need 6. Again, this is the smaller one. So I joined them together and glued them down, and now I have a little square or diamond. And what I'm going to do now is glue my circle in the middle of it. Okay, so put the glue in the middle of my plate, and I'm going to press this down on the square part, and don't worry about the white. You're going to see a lot of the white as we do this, but we're going to cover that up towards the end. Okay, so you're going to do that, and you're just basically from there you're going to keep building it out. I started with the same color here, so I can have everything matching there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do different variations, okay? And also during that time I put little eyes on my turtle already. And you want to assemble all your stuff so you can do this quick, okay? And like I said, you're probably going to use most of your half circles, so make sure you have enough. I'm looking at this quickly, and I'm going to have to cut some more because when you layer, it tends to go really, really quick, and you don't want to have to stop and cut, stop and cut. I'm learning to do a lot of this ahead of time, but since I already did it before, and I mean the big one, I used a lot of them. That's why I'm actually making a smaller one now. I don't want to take too much time preparing when the assembly is going to take a little bit longer. Okay, now you want to make sure you have your glue, not the glue stick. I mean, if you have it, it may work, but you really need the heavy duty stuff. Okay, so now I've cut out a little bit more of my half circles. I don't think we're going to need any more circles, so I'm just going to put the circles aside and keep my half circles, or my half moon I call it. Okay, I'll put my circles in a pile, and okay, now I have all my half circles in front of me, and I have my turtle. So I'm going to make sure I'm working with my glue and it's open and ready to go already. So what I'm going to do here is, remember I told you don't worry about those fill-in things. Actually, I'm going to do those later. I don't want to. Yeah. All right. Now, when you put the glue under here, you want to put a lot of it so that you don't have to put glue on every one that you put in, and then it'll allow you to push it in because it's still very soft. So you see that? I just pushed that in. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, I'm not really using the glue yet. I can see it's really drying really fast, so actually I'm gonna need to use it now. So I just put a little glue on the top of it and a little on the bottom. and it's actually going to work together to seal to the other ones. So I'm going to start building it out. Okay, and that's going to go as far as I can. And if it's dripping, you can always just scoop it up with a piece of paper, another one, and use that to get into the other area. Okay, and you may have to stick. Okay, I had actually did that part first, and now I realize I probably should have waited because the glue dried, so it's not going as easy as it did when I originally did it, but that's okay. So you're going to keep layering it. Okay, oops. And you're going to want to start putting it pretty much all over because we're getting to the end of this side here. And again, if the glue is coming out like that, we're just going to take some of it and use it. Okay, and again, building it out. And I'm going around to see where I can put it. Oh wow, isn't that pretty? Kind of looks like a flower. Okay, and you're going to keep going around. If you notice, I put the lighter one in the middle and the darker gray on the outside. Okay, so there I go. Starting to look like it's getting there. Okay, so far, let's take a look. Okay, it's dripping a little bit, but that's okay. You're gonna take one of the ones that you are going to need glue and kind of scrape it off. Okay, and just going to layer it. Okay, and if you have your mom or your dad or your sibling with you and they're helping you, it would be great if they can have these ready. So all you have to do is basically just pop it in. See how quick that is? Okay, and again, put a little glue. Whoops. And pop it in. Okay, see that? And I have a little bit of glue coming out, so I'm just gonna take that off like that. And I have it on here. So I'm gonna keep going. See? Getting closer and closer to finishing this. Okay. And I have some more glue. Put it on this side. And you'll see as you're layering what area needs it more. Okay, almost looks like a cabbage. I don't know if you have a garden and you grow cabbage, but that's kind of like what it looks like. All right, we are doing a really, really good job here, boys and girls. Okay, I'm going to, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Now you can still see some of the white, that's okay. We're going to fix that. So now, as a fill-in, I'm going to put the lighter green, or the bright green. And just put some glue on it. And I'm just going to slip it under. Okay, you see that? I was covering the little white in the center. And now I'm going to do the same. Okay. Actually, this one. Okay. So I'm covering the white. You'll see some white. And I'm going to fill it in. think I have all the white on the top. Now you'll see the edges over here. And I think what I'm going to do here is put the rest of the other green. So what I'm going to do is just put the glue alongside here and start putting in the different half circles. And as you get closer to the turtle's head, it does get a little bit tricky. And we can always retouch it up. And you want to make sure you get any excess glue and push it into your favor. Okay, so far, you still see a little bit white. And fill in here. Okay, how are you doing, boys and girls? Are you having fun with this project? I knew you would. Okay, so far, that's my turtle. Does look like a little cabbage head. All right, what do you think, boys and girls? Almost done? I would say almost done, Miss Marie. Just gonna get this last part right here and just stick them in. Stick them in. There we go. And whatever white you see at this point, you can just take a marker and fill it in with brown, because the turtle's probably brown on the bottom and the legs and part of the tail. Whoops, I got a little bit of glue on his face. Sorry about that, my friend. Okay. Awesome. This reminds me, there's a book character named Franklin. He used to have a show on Channel 13, I believe, and my son used to watch it when he was little. And I remember the theme was, yes, I'm Franklin, yes, and every time he would hear that song, you know, he'd get all excited. I'm just gonna make one more touch up over here, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Perfect. And again, you wanna use the glue to your advantage. A lot of times when I'm working, I have like a Q-tip or something pointy, but you can use the corner of a piece of paper. All right, boys and girls, ta-da! Now, being that this is a small little guy, I probably should have made the legs a little bit bigger, so I can go back and possibly add a little bit of length to his legs a little bit, or I can just keep it that way, it doesn't matter. So here you have your sea turtle, or your regular turtle. What do you think, boys and girls? That took a lot of time to do that, but look at the beautiful pattern on top. And once this all dries, it'll all be together. So, what do you think? This is the baby, and this was the mommy. Now, this one was a lot different and it took a little bit more time, so that's why for today I wanted to show you the little one, because I figure we can finish it and see the results. This took me most of the day. So here you have my sea turtles. Woo! All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed today's Boredom Busters, and I look forward to seeing you again soon next Friday. And don't forget, finish that summer reading. All journals need to be in this week, Monday, so do some reading this weekend and come on down to the library and see me, and you can get your prizes. Also, we have some great books. If you like turtles and want to learn about sea turtles, we have Follow the Moon Home. And we have sea turtles. So these would be great for you to check out. So come on down and check them out. Have a great day, boys and girls, and have a very, very nice weekend.